Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live. The stream will start shortly, but since I have you early, it's time to do some marketing. You know, as many of you know, people come up to me all the time on the streets and say, Sir, Adam, where can I find some great t-shirts of some of your classic catchphrases? Like in your infinite wisdom or strong female leads. And for these catchphrases to be on a t-shirt, quite frankly, it's about time. Well, I have good news for you, chat. I have that merch store and I have those shirts. And since I know you appreciate all the free content I provide every week, reviewing absolute trash like Ice Cube's War of the Worlds for your amusement, maybe give a little back by heading on over to patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies or become a member on YouTube via that join membership button. I don't know, they change it all the time, but the perks stay the same. Every month, depending on your tier level of support, you get different perks. Movie review exclusives up to 3 a month. Vlogs monthly. On top of the monthly new exclusives, if you're even at the $1 tier, you get access. You unlock the vault that contains over 300 videos from my past that are private. These are great videos. They're really freaking funny, and I would put them on this channel if they weren't so different and out there from the content I do now. It confuses people when you have like The Cringe and some of these other satirical shows I used to do show up. All right, I'm done with the sales pitch. Hope you love the crap out of the live stream, and I'll see you really soon. Like 3 seconds really soon. Take care. Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live. This should be full screen right now. How are you doing? I got my glasses on. I've been trying to do things last minute, which always goes really well. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. It sounds all right. I can't hear anything on my end. I've been doing some technical support issues, and being your own technician does not always work the best. Hope you're having a great Thursday night. I don't typically go live on Thursdays. That's usually a Tuesday, Wednesday situation. Short for situation, but we're switching things up. I do need the readers. I apologize, but I have to. Oh, there we go. Is he talking? How dare you, Christian? Bubba says it sounds good. That's good. I was gonna upload one of their file here quick. Just bear with me for 1 second. Okay, there it is. Wanted to let you guys know right out of the gates, I have a new limited edition shirt on the Adam Does Movies shop on Fourth Wall. You can find the link in the link tree, or you can just search Adam Does Movies merch store. I got a Halloween shirt for the holiday coming up. Maybe get something for your husband, your boyfriend, or yourself. The O is Jason's mask. You see what I did there? Designed it myself. Very proud of it. So definitely check it out and maybe pick one up for the holiday coming up. Should we get to this right away? Last week, as some of you know who joined the live stream, there was a milestone to hit a certain goal for St. Elmo's Fire to be sang in its entirety by Yours Falsely. It's a joke. It's a joke that I bring it up every once in a while and I sing some of it. I can't sing very well, specifically in the key range that the gentleman who sings St. Elmo's Fire hits. I forgot his name, but he has a beautiful voice. Anyway, the goal was hit. And if you know me, you know that I don't like to half-ass anything. I went all in for the video, which I am going to showcase here in just a little bit. You can also find it for free on Patreon at patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. You don't even have to sign up to be a free member. It's just available there. Because my fear with this is YouTube is very brutal with copyright. I have no doubt they will flag me instantly for playing this video because I use the background music. My concern, and so I won't make revenue off of the stream, which isn't that big of a deal. They don't make much. But my fear is it's going to just pull the stream down. So if the stream goes down, I will have to set up a new stream really quickly, and I'll try to get that up and running within a couple minutes. But just please bear with me if that happens. Otherwise, just know that you can find that video in its entirety on Patreon. And while you're there, maybe think about supporting me at any of the tier levels. I would appreciate it. One more thing before we get into it. Super Chats is the name of the game. There is a new target today. And I'm actually really, just through my glasses, I'm actually really excited about this one, because if we hit the target goal today, I will recreate the AMC intro by Nicole Kidman, but instead it's going to be at my house. Like, we come to this place, and it's going to be me walking through my home and watching on the small screen in the shitty environment. Like, there'll be a dude outside with a leaf blower. It's going to be very funny, and I'm hoping to do that. So with the goal hit today, I will make that a reality for next week, and we'll premiere it here. And I will also release that one on the YouTube channel proper, because it is movie related. Okay, you have the goal. And keep in mind, if you want to leave a super chat, it's $5 or higher, and you have to hit the stupid target icon. There's a little target. You need to hit that bitch. Otherwise, it's not going to work. There already is a couple super chats. I need to get my glasses. These are prescription now. This is where we're at in life. Jack Mackerel, shot out of a cannon for $20. St. Adams on fire. Let's effing go. Amazing video, sir. Best cinema of 2025. Amazing. Thank you, Jack. I hope you hit the goal for that. Adams' goal ends in 3 minutes. What? I just set it up. The YouTube goal thing is such trash. I didn't think it would go live until my video went live. Keep in mind, if you left a super chat and it's not counted, I will count it towards it. So we only have to hit 48 super chats now. Hang on though, let me fix this. It's always something. It's just nothing can ever just go well. Click. I can hear myself now. Yeah, the target is a fuck. Okay, we're gonna end this. Can I end this? No. Absolute maddening. Remove goal. Remove the goal. The goal has been removed. We're going to make a new goal. It still has to be 50 because you can't do 48. It's really stupid. We're going to set the timer for, we'll do 1 hour. I will recreate the AMC Nicole Kidman ad, but at home. Start the goal. The goal has been started. The 2 that have come in, 3 have come in. Those count towards the goal, so we only need 47 more. I did the math. Christian Movie Nerd for $5 says, "What do you think of Hollywood release?" You know what? I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to show the video first, and then we'll get to more of the super chats, because I want to make sure that if this gets pulled down, this live stream, that we at least got it out of the way before we get to the super chats. And then I'll go over another thing. Okay, so without any further poo-poo, here's the music video for St. Adams Fire. As a warning, if you have a wife or a significant other watching, you may want them to leave the room, because I've been told by people that have seen this, that have come up to me on the streets, tears in their eyes. "Sir," they say, "this is the most alpha manly video I've ever seen. I fear that my wife is going to leave me for you." So that's just maybe something, self-censor ahead of time. Okay, here it is. St. Adams Fire. And if it's too loud, let me know in the chat, because I exported it very loudly. I think I toned it down a bunch already, but we'll see. Still no sound? I have it all the way up. Is there no sound? Was there sound for a second when I put it back on? I just need a yes or no. Can you hear sound right now? Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me try importing it again. Remove from studio. Video file. St. Adam's Fire. Maybe that's why I couldn't hear the audio, because there's no audio to hear. Why is there no audio? Huh. I feel like I might need to refresh the stream, and I don't want to do that because I think I'm going to refresh the stream. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. I don't know. Just bear with me. When you share screens, you have to click play sound in window. Rudy maybe just saved the stream. Let's find out. I gotta pull it back in. Hang on. Okay, where is that option? Mute video is the option. I don't see a play video. Sir Rudy, I do not see a volume option. It says volume's on. There's a mute video option. No, I'm actually going blind. Guys, I don't know what to say. We might be in trouble here. You see it in the smaller window that appears when you select the window you want to share. I have in the smaller window. Jesus Christ. Hang on. StreamYard, no audio when presenting video. No audio on video presentation. Try going to settings, audio, clicking the test button. If you don't, try a different speaker. Check to make your StreamYard is not muted at the top of your browser, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I need. Wait. Hang on. I got it. I got it, folks. Yeah, I got it. There was this tiny, it's actually up in the, so I'm on Firefox because Chrome takes a lot of resources when I stream. And in the tiny tab at the top, there was an audio and it was off by default. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my freaking life. Okay, St. Adam's Fire, let's go. Growing up, you don't see the writing on the wall. Passing by, moving straight ahead, you knew it all. But maybe sometimes if you feel the pain, you'll find you're all alone. Everything
Play the game. You know you can't quit until it's won. Soldier on. Only you can do what must be done. You know in some ways you are a lot like me. You're just a prisoner and you're trying to break free. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need is a pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Say down most fire. Ooh. Burning up. Don't know just how far that I can go. I'll go. Soon be home. Only just a few miles down the road. I can make it. I know I can. You broke the boy in me, but you won't break the man. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need is a pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Say now most fire. I can climb the highest mountain, cross the wildest sea. I can feel St. Elmo's fire burning in me. Burning in me. Can you feel it burning? Just once in his life, a man has his time, and my time is now. I'm coming alive. I can hear the music playing, I can see the banners fly. Feel like a man again, I hold my head high. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need is a pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Fucking say down most fire. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need is a pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Fucking say down most fire. I can climb the highest mountain, cross the wildest sea. I can feel St. Elmo's fire burning in me. Burning, burning in me. I can feel it burning. Ooh, burn inside of me. Ooh, it's fucking burning.
I just watched a good episode of Alien Earth. Not amazing by any means, but a truly good episode of Alien Earth after. I don't have any audio. God, the audio is just atrocious today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Not a note miss. Perfection across the board. Very easy song, especially someone within my range of about this. I can hit notes from here to here. Yeah, so anyway, we have super chats coming in, but I wanted to show you something else first because there's a fun story that goes along with this. Now I'm Garth from Wayne's World. It's Wayne's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Can you imagine if someone comes across this channel for the first time during this music video? Holy smoke. I don't think a single person finds this channel organically. Oh my God. Chaos. You saw my Alien Earth thing here. Can I get in on this? Can I get in on this? I don't want full screen. I want. There we go. Okay, so some of you saw that I decided in my infinite wisdom to do a video where I was in front of a green screen. It was going to be Movie News Mondays, and I had a TV next to me. I had a very generic background, like something you'd see on a news channel, or a Talk Soup, or a The Soup, or Tosh 2.0, or Tosh Point .0, I guess it was called. That was intentional. I used to do green screen sets like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And I thought, well, since I'm going to go all in on the St. Elmo's Fire music video, I should go full screen for this, actually. I might as well just change the setup. And so I moved this shelf out of the way. This junk wasn't a thing. And I put up a green screen behind me. And then I shared the like background image with folks so that they could see what the new set looked like. And I would say 85% of the people in the comments were like, wow, this is awful. This is so boring and bland. And I liked it had personality before, and now it doesn't have any personality. I probably should have explained that each episode, the set was going to change a bit. I was going to add some experiences to it, whether it's like a poster on the background or some tchotchkes or whatever. It was going to be customized per the movie, but I didn't get there because it didn't matter. I recorded a full Alien Recrap breakdown for episode 5, and people are probably wondering why, well, someone maybe is wondering why it took a little longer to get my 5th episode Alien Recrap out. It was because I actually filmed it the night I watched it in front of the green screen, and then had to edit it for like 6 hours because I'm an idiot and I wore that shirt with green all over it. If you don't know anything about green screens, how they work is quite simple. You eyedrop remove the green from the chroma key, and it gets rid of all the green. And so typically you don't want to wear something that's green or it will disappear with the screen behind you. It's just common sense. But I haven't used one in years, and I was just trying to get the video out quickly. And so I had to, now I can bring this up for fun. Let me get on this though too. Let me get next to it here. Somehow, let me get next to this. There we go. Okay, 4 pretty miserable ones in a row. First one was, okay, so you can see right here that I'm wearing the Creature from the Black Lagoon t-shirt. I like that shirt a lot. Got it at Universal. The background is all fake, of course. It's not supposed to look real. It's just supposed to be fun. I got an alien poster back there. I have the statue of the Xenomorph. There's some blood. There's some acid rips. So this is what I was talking about when I was saying customized. I think it's pretty fun and looks pretty cool. The problem is I had to rotor around my t-shirt. I had to make a mask around the t-shirt. And because I move a lot, every fucking 5 seconds, I had to manually adjust the mask so that it would not clip through my shirt and cut into the green guy. I guess, all right, it had potential, but holy crap, we got something good finally. There was some tension. There was some
I did a pretty good job, but you can see parts
where
there were aliens actually killing people on camera.
That's one of a billion problems. The other issue was it just doesn't look very good compared to the other style, like the style I'm filming in right now. I look kind of low definition. My hair has green on it because of the green screen. And I'm pretty zoomed out right now, so it's not too obvious. But if you actually watch the full video, I'm artifacting like crazy because of the green screen. Get this garbage off of here. I can't even look at it anymore. It was bad. And when you're editing in Premiere Pro or Final Cut or whatever you're using, the preview window that you're editing in does not show one-to-one what the export is going to look like. So I actually thought it was looking okay, but then when I exported it and watched back, that's when I noticed that my hair was kind of going in and out. It was very green. There was like artifacting on me, and it would have taken me hours longer to fix it. So instead, I scrapped the entire fucking thing, ripped down the green screen, put this trash together for now. It's okay. I'm not thrilled with it, but it is what it is. It's just something in the background. And then I reshot the video this morning, edited it, and got it out the door by this afternoon. So that was my time. And what I guess really annoyed the fuck out of me was someone had the gall, the audacity on that screen grab I put in. And they said, the green screen just comes off as lazy. Clearly, they know nothing about how green screens work, and they're probably just used to TikTok or Slack or, whatever, Zoom, where you can do this bullshit green screen. It's not even a green screen. The computer just takes a best guess and they knock you out from the background. Or I should say they knock the background out from you. And it looks like ass, and it's constantly like screwing up, and it's really ugly. And I take pride in what I do, even though it's not the greatest quality ever. I really do try to put in top tier work. So anytime people are like, wow, that looks off, or, this is bad. My singing obviously excluded from that. That's for fun. It bothers me. So the green screen comment was just like, are you out of your mind? It takes 3 times longer to do a green screen video. And that's even if the settings are perfect. Now, a little tip for people that want to get into green screen for any reason, they say you should have a good 10 to 15 feet from the screen behind you. And that's because any sort of shadow that you push onto that thing is going to make your life a living hell when you try to eye drop the color. You want the green screen to be as flat and as solid and cohesive as humanly possible. Because if it's not, that's when you get into issues. Any sort of bright spot, any sort of a dark patch is going to be a nightmare in post-production. I used to do the green screen, like I said. I had a full unfinished basement to play with, and I stood a full 15 feet in front of that thing. I had a huge green screen that was up like a curtain. And then at one point in 3 houses back, I just painted the fucking wall green. That was the easiest thing and the smartest thing I ever did. I had a little dedicated space. I just painted the whole wall green, and then I stood a good space from it. Anyway, that was my nightmare. That was my weekend on to today. I mean, at least I'm back. At least I learned my lesson. But my God, was that fun. I thought the green screen looked great. Yeah, it's not, in my opinion. Like, if I play this full screen for a little bit, I'll play this full screen for a little bit, and you can see. I'm not going to forget the super chats. We have a goal, so I'm not going to forget the super chats. I'm almost there. Let me play for just a second the full screen. You can see kind of what I'm talking about. What a treat. 5 episodes deep of this 8-series run for Alien Earth. I'm going to recap the episode for you in case you forgot already, or you don't have any desire to watch, because as I stated, there was 4 previous bad episodes, so I understand if you jumped ship early on. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get into it. Alien Earth episode 5 is titled In Space. No one, ... ellipses and such. That's because no one can hear you scream. That was the tagline of the original Alien film, and we're seeing that front and center. Again, I'm being extra picky right now because I spent 4 hours manipulating and making that look as good as I possibly could. That's the issue. Not so much the final product, which is okay. It's not terrible, but it's the fact that it took me so long to get it done right. And yes, a good hour or so of that was masking around myself for, 15 minutes straight, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's get to the super chats. This is an AMA, and I've spent a lot of time talking about nonsense. How much to recreate Sydney Sweeney's Dr. Squatch in the bathtub? Oh, that's good. Okay, Christian for $5. Thank you, Christian. What do you think of Hollywood releasing so many horror movies through the year as opposed to leaving them for October? I freaking love it because I've become very much a fan of horror in the last 4 or 5 years. They seem to be the only ones really putting out the creative work these days. You get some indie movies and stuff here and there, but horror for the most part is going above and beyond, trying new things. It doesn't always work, but I love that we're getting horror movies in the summer at Christmas time with Terrifier. Well, I guess it came out before that, but they double dipped and released it at Christmas on digital and DVD. So yes, I love that they're doing this. More horror for me, the better. And it's working. They're not losing sales depending on when they come out. Smash for $4.99. Money for IT bug fixes. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you could get dinner and see a movie with any actor, who would you choose? Beside Nicole Kidman, of course. Well, yeah, of course, Luke. Man, there's always actors that I want to, and then you hear something about him. Like, I thought Hugh Jackman would be cool to hang out with for the day. He seems like a really nice guy, but then you hear stuff about him that's maybe not so great. But then I also don't want to listen to the hearsay and the gobbledygook and the nonsense online. So I think Hugh Jackman would be fun. I think Patrick Stewart would be a great time, or Sir Ian McKellen, although they're getting up there in age now, which makes me sad. But I always say Patrick Stewart would be a ball to hang out with. I like Jim Carrey, although he's kind of become kind of a sad, depressed dude as of late, which bums me out. But I think he would be hysterical. Maybe Jim Carrey from 96, around there. I'm sure there's more, but I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Those are the ones that immediately jump to my mind. Timothy Chalamet, of course. So dreamy. Okay. We got a powerful G-Bag super chat for $20. In sports, people often like to look at peak runs such as Jovovic's, how do you say that? Djokovic's 2015 season, or the 2015 to 2018 Golden State Warriors. In your opinion, which actors and or directors had the best peak run in Hollywood history? I think both. I was going to say Brad Pitt had a really good run for a while, and it was kind of like it came around the David Fincher era, where Fincher was my favorite director for quite a while because he was just knocking him out of the park after Alien 3, of course. I know there's some fans of Alien 3. I'm not one of them. But he did Seven, and then I think he followed up with Fight Club, and then he had Panic Room, and then he had The Social Network. He had The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. We're going to kind of leapfrog over Benjamin Button there. But the guy was just knocking him out of the park every time. The Game, I forgot about The Game. I love that movie. It's underrated in my opinion. But David Fincher was just on fire, and he was my go-to director for so long. And Brad Pitt had a string of great movies too, where he was kind of coming out of his shell a little bit, getting rid of that pretty boy image. He did 12 Monkeys, which is this super bizarre film. I don't even know if it's a good movie, but I've seen it a few times, and I dig it for how weird it is. And Pitt plays this crazy off-the-wall psychopath in the film. Plus, he's in Seven, the Fincher-directed film. And he had a couple of Troy, not so much. But just the fact that he was being so dynamic and showcasing his range and both his physicality or his physical state, too. Fight Club. Duh. Fight Club. He had Seven and Fight Club. So I guess, yeah, Fincher was my go-to, I suppose, for really knocking him out of the park. Thank you for the question. Movie Man Michael. Hello, Michael. Music video was fire. He put a flame emoji, and that means fire. Do Never Give Up next. Oh my God. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and hurt you. I think that might be more in my wheelhouse as far as kind of lower range. Smash for $4.99. Thank you. Wig money for I Want to Dance with. Ooh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. I think it would be about as good as the St. Elmo's Fire. Gen X, Rudy for $5 says, amazing cover. I am going to play your song tonight while I make love to my wife. Careful. She might just leave your ass and come knocking at my door. I know when I played it for my wife earlier, she was definitely very impressed. She was like, wow, I am so lucky that I married this guy. I just, amazing work. Fargonaut for $4.99. Thank you. Hi, Adam. Dumb question. There are no dumb questions, just dumb people. Hi, Adam. Dumb question, but if I may ask you, do you snore? And if so, how loud? Do you also talk in your sleep and or sleepwalk? If you do these, it's funny. So my wife says I do snore. I don't think it's every night. I think it's just when I'm incredibly tired. I have to sleep on my side. She'll like kick me in the ribs and punch me in the face if I'm snoring on my back. I think it's a cute snore though. I think it's delicate. It's very alpha though all the same. It's quaint but also powerful, if that makes sense. I do have restless leg syndrome, whatever. My legs will like spaz or I'll just jerk if I have any sort of coffee after, I think I dialed it back to about 3 p.m. If I have a coffee after 3, I'm running a marathon in the bed. And I can tell you my wife's not thrilled with that either. So I'm just a gem all around. I'm a real peach. Imagine me just in a full body sprint, laying on my back, half snoring. It's great, great. I guess Lindsay's watching, but apparently she's taking a break from playing Monopoly Go on her phone. No, all caps. It is not cute. It is not a cute snore. It's so loud and really annoying. You sound like you are dying. My wife's a chronic liar, so I don't believe her. Also, stop texting me when I'm trying to record a live stream. I need a broom so I can whack the ceiling. My mom watched the video. I got the group chat here. Haha, the video was amazing. Here I thought Dee Dee was the musical talent. That's my sister who can actually sing. I definitely misjudged. My wife responds, it was torture all week listening to him sing this daily, making this. I was cringing. Well, some people call it cringing. Some people call it holding back their sheer, unadulterated lust for their husband. Let's put the glasses back on to read some more. Smash for $4.99. Shot out of a cannon tonight. Are you a Park Chan? How do you say it? Park Chan-wook fan? Park Chan-wook fan? Excited for No Other Choice? I don't know. Am I? Park Chan-wook. That's not how you say that name, I'm sure. How do I say that name? He did Old Boy, I believe, but I can't remember pronounce. Park Chan-wook. Okay, well, that was kind of how it looks. Let me look at his movies quick. I think he did Old Boy, and you're going to be disgusted to hear something in a second. So he did Old Boy, he did No Other Choice, The Handmaiden, Lady Vengeance, Decision to Leave, Thirst. I have not seen any of these movies because I'm an uncultured swine. Wait, did he direct Snowpiercer? I have seen that, of course, the dumb American movie. I saw Snowpiercer. He didn't do The Host, right? That was the Parasite guy, if I am not mistaken. Did he do? Who directed The Host? The Host movie director. Oh, that was Bong Joon-ho. Yeah, he did Parasite and Mickey 17. I'm sorry, I only know one of his movies, and I did really like it, Snowpiercer. You're going to be disgusted to find out I've seen Old Boy, but it was the Spike Lee version. I have not seen the original, and I liked the Spike Lee version. I liked it. I know I'm supposed to hate it, but I thought it was pretty good. But again, it's because I haven't seen the original. I'll probably at some point watch it and then be pissed that I enjoyed the other one. I'm sorry to let everybody down. Scott Boundy for $1. He's just throwing $1 in. He's like, just thank you for stopping your music video earlier. Fargonaut for $4.99. Thanks again. Adam snoring so loud he causes earthquakes would be so funny for us if we got to witness him snoring live for real. His poor wife and family, though. Listen, it's not. My wife's a lot of things. A compulsive liar, as I've already pointed out. She's also very dramatic. I do not snore very loud, and if I even snore at all, I might set up a live cam and then play it back the next day. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear my wife snoring. In fact, that's probably what's happening. She is pretty much deaf in one ear, and the one she can hear out of is probably hearing her own snoring. I got a text coming in from her right now. She needs to stop because it's throwing me off. Yes, it's so loud. I have you on recording. Prove it. Record me tonight, if you can even stay awake that long, and I will play it on the next live stream because I don't snore. That's a fact, Jack. All right, we're a far cry from hitting that goal after I gave you guys so much gold. What do we have for super chat goal? Let me see. I'm sure all of you have St. Elmo's Fire Adam edition in your head, St. Adam's Fire. We're only at 9, 10. We're at 11 out of 50 super chats. 11 out of 50, folks. We have a long hill to climb, and they have to be $5 or higher to get that Nicole Kidman AMC ad, which I think is going to be fantastic. Here we are. Smash for $4.99. Thank you. Money for Park Chan Wook. Homework for a ranking. Thank you, Smash. So Smash, I noticed you're doing $4.99, and you did 1, 2, 3. If you would have just given me a penny more 3 times over, that would have been the target goal. I don't know if $4.99 is some weird default, but if you hit the target thing when you're leaving a super chat and you do $5 even, it counts towards the goal. But these $4.99s don't, which is just kind of sad. I'll count them though. I'll count them because that's on the cusp of 5. It's 3 pennies shy with the 3 of them together. I did the math for you. That brings us to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like 15 out of 50. So that's getting us a little Glenn closer. Okay, Fargo Knot is back for $1.99. Leak the video of Adam snoring for real, please. I said she doesn't have to leak it. I will play it for you myself. Because it's not there. There is no video. There's no Epstein list. All right? This is my Epstein list. It was an Obama setup. It's a deep state. Are you doing any more 30 in 30 videos? And if so, when? Christian asked. Well, it's 31 on 31. Not 30 in 30. And yes, I am. I am going to be doing the Rocktober, some people say, on Cody Leach's channel and on my channel, for zombie films. So far, I've watched like 3 of them of the 31. So I'm right around the corner, just around the river bend, Pocahontas. I'm excited for that. Jack Mackerel 24 for $5. Thank you, Jack. Last Thursday, I saw an amazing picture by a new director. Actually, surprised you didn't cover it. My theater was packed. Really excited to see more. Why so vague, Jack? You couldn't just tell me the director? There's so many movies that come out. I think I've established that my schedule these days is utter bollocks too. It's shit. I got one kid going to do college classes. I got another kid who's in school and he's in soccer. And I got errands to run and I have a full-time job. So getting out to see multiple movies a week is just a lot harder. There was one that some people were like, why haven't you reviewed, was it Eeny Meeny or Meeny Beanie or Eeny Meeny Miny Mo or some crap that was on Amazon Prime or Hulu or one of them. I almost reviewed it, but then I saw what I like to do on some of those videos that I haven't gotten to yet is I will YouTube search the big critics that cover these movies. And I saw Jeremy Johns reviewed it. And he only had, and I'm saying only for him, he only had like 150,000 views on it after a day. And he averages like 500,000 to 1 million views. So I thought, if he's not getting many views for covering this, I'm not going to get shit. So I just said, screw it. It's not worth my time. If Johns can't get the numbers, what is a lower mid-tier channel going to do? Jack's back for $5. Thanks, Jack, for clarifying. From this director, I think his next film is going to be an alien visitation film with one of the lead actors from that movie. So good. Can't wait. The vagueness. What is happening? What is that? An alien visitation film. Okay. I'm trying to think what came out. I could probably look. Now playing in theaters. Oh, of course, it's Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Everybody is so happy to go back to Downton. Freakier Friday. Light of the World is an animated cringe fest. Oh, maybe it was Splitsville. Is that a new director? Splitsville had an early kind of showing. There's also a movie called Threesome and The Toxic Avenger. I was thinking about going to The Toxic Avenger. but I did not. That's quite the story I just regaled you with. Lurker was another one. That one didn't look very good to me. I have not seen a single trailer for Toxic Avenger. I just know it exists. Adam, what are your thoughts on Black Phone 2? Very little. I thought Black Phone 1 was good. Not anything amazing, though. It was a fine movie. Did it need a sequel? No. Do we need this dude to be like a new Michael Myers or something? Absolutely not. I guess he's more like a Freddy Krueger because he's coming back from the dead. Yeah, I don't think much of it. And the trailer didn't do anything for me. Here we go. This is the shtick, guys. Jack Mackerel for $5 more. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention the name of the director and film. Steven Spielberg. The movie was the shark movie making all the headlines called Jaws. There it is. There it is. Well, you said it was by a new director. So that kind of, I suppose, when he worked on Jaws. I get what you're doing now. I get what you're doing. Yes, it was the what? Is it the 40th anniversary for Jaws? That it has to be more than that even, right? 50th anniversary. It came out in 75. I really wanted to go to Jaws, but it is not included in the AMC Stubs pass, so I would have had to pay out of my own pocket for that, and I couldn't do that. I got limited funds. It's going to bad wigs for St. Elmo's Fire music videos. Rogue Reviews says, "Hey Adam, hey chat." Hello Rogue Reviews. Yeah, I was really surprised to see that they made a Black Phone sequel. Well, if a movie makes even like a couple bucks, it seems like they'll do a sequel these days. Jaws on the big screen was awesome. I missed Jurassic Park on the big screen, so I had to miss Jaws on the big screen too. It was a rule, you know? I would have loved to. I mean, I saw Jaws on the big screen when I was a kid. I'm super young like that. It would have been cool to see it again, though. I did see Die Hard on the big screen a couple years back. Regal Unlimited for the win. I had Regal Unlimited. Regal upcharges you like crazy. You get a bullshit like 50-cent convenience fee for using their app. What? Anytime you book a movie ticket, you have to pay 50 cents. It's stupid. On top of that, if it's an IMAX screening, a 3D screening, or I don't even know if they have RPX, they're all additional fees. You have to pay a couple dollars more. AMC at least bakes all that in, whether it's IMAX, 3D, whatever, it's all included. AMC's prices are higher though for the drinks and stuff. It's insane. Marcus for $4.99. Thank you, Marcus. Man, I wish people would do the 5 so they can hit that target. I'll count those though. Have you seen the new 28 Years Later trailer? Let's just say Spike is spiking. Appreciate your content. Yeah, I did see the trailer. It's by that lady that did The Marvels, I believe. I believe that's the same director. She's a good director. I think she just had a lot of she didn't really get to do much with that film. She was kind of pigeonholed by what Marvel CEOs wanted her to do. It looks fine from the trailer, but I lost all faith in it after watching that last stupid ass 28 Years Later movie. It was just awful. Fargonaut for $4.99. It's becoming a joke at this point, this lack of $5. I predict by the next stream, Adam will show us the video in which he's snoring for real, and it'll be super funny to see, especially the restless leg. This guy can't get off of it. Smash for $9.99 off the top rope. I am apparently too old for YouTube and can't figure out how to do $5. Just take this. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're too old together. Jack Mackerel for $5 more. Thank you, Jack. What's crazy is I had never seen Jaws before. So I went into it completely fresh. I pretended I was walking into the theater in 1975. So good. 1975, people had smartphones that they were on through the entire film, acting like complete asshats. No, hopefully you had a great experience. That sounds Honestly, wonderful. I wish I could have saw that in theaters. I am older than you, Adam. I am Rudy's age. Well, Rudy's like a fountain of youth. He doesn't look a day over 65. I had to go into my office today. My real place of work. Believe it or not, YouTube does not pay the bills. I know it's crazy to think. Is the white balance on this? You see how it's changing? I don't even have auto white balance on. It should just be whatever. It is what it is. It's a little yellow in here. That's okay. I went into my office, my place of work today. I have not been into the office in, well, it was before I moved even by like a year pre-COVID. I probably haven't been into the office in 5 full years. And so it was very bizarre going in there, and everybody, not everybody, but all the new hires are in their 20s. And so I felt very old walking in there. I had the glasses off, so that de-ages me by about 3 years. But I went in there and I was like taken aback. Like, holy crap, I'm now officially like the middle-aged management guy. And it was even more funny because it almost felt like I was an outsider, a stranger working for this company for 8 or 9 years now. You know, people knew who I was, and I recognized some of them just by their names, but I haven't seen a lot of these people face to face before. So like some of them I see over conferences and stuff on Zoom, but yeah, it was pretty wild driving in there and making an appearance. I had to apparently hand over an ID and a birth certificate to prove that I'm actually like a legal person to work at the company. It was also very strange. I thought maybe the secretary was a secret ICE agent or something, and she was trying to get a couple easy wins. Watso MD. Hello, Watso. Thank you for the $5. I just left the live stream to watch the full cover on Patreon. It's a masterpiece. Full Limp Bizkit cover, Next Goal. Oh my God.
Yeah! This time I'ma let it all come out. This time I'ma stand up and shout. I'ma do things my way.
It's my way or the highway. Oh my God. I would just dominate Fred Durst like that. I would just kill a Limp Bizkit cover. I came into this world as a reject. Look into these eyes, then you'll see the size of my pain. I'm burning up my past. It's burning up my brain. I think another day's Lid for $5. Just complete silence. He has nothing to say, but he has money to give, and I appreciate you for that. Lid. Fargonaut for $4.99. Thank you, Fargonaut. Just a penny less. Did you know the lady who made The Marvels has a new movie coming out called Hedda, starring Tessa Thompson? Will you review it? No, I didn't know that. Hedda movie. I don't like the name. Sounds dumb. Tessa Thompson's fine. Tom Bateman is in it. Is he related to Jason Bateman? No, I don't think he is. He's British. I don't think Jason Bateman's British. I've never heard of this movie. I can't imagine I'll watch that one. So interesting enough. Speaking of doppelgangers, or I guess related people, I went to the new Conjuring movie earlier today. I'll give you the review tomorrow if you want to know really quick thoughts. I actually really enjoyed it up until the final act, and then it really falls to pieces. But I enjoyed most of it. I'm more positive than negative on the movie. I just was a little bummed out by the last like half hour or so. Anyway, the daughter of the Warren couple, she looks just like Bryce Dallas Howard. She looks like she would be her sister. The entire fucking movie, I'm sitting here watching this woman, and all I'm thinking is she has the same nose, same eyes, same sort of face structure. This is gotta be a Howard. This is some Nepo crap right here. I could not wait for the movie to be over so I could IMDb it. I almost left the movie to go out into the lobby and check my phone to see if she was related. She's not. By the time the movie was winding down, I was so confident she was a Howard. I just kind of put it out of my mind. I'm like, that's a Howard. It is for sure. And it's not. And if you look her up on IMDb or whatever, she doesn't even look that close to Bryce Dallas. But in this movie, she does. I felt like I was losing my mind. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. That was the big takeaway from the new Conjuring movie. I think he's actually getting irritated that people are doing it. No, I'm not irritated at all. I'm just saying that we could hit the goal with the penny more, and it doesn't count towards the goal if you don't do the 5. I can't control that. It's a YouTube thing. I will count the 4.99s towards the goal. So that's okay. It's just more funny than anything. Watso MD for $5 more. Thank you. Did the staff ask for selfies? They did not. No. Although I did get recognized at Target, at the Target over in Mankato, over in Chaska the other day. I went in there and I had to go to the electronics department to get some headphones. My Apple headphones, the wired ones that are like $20 and cheap. They finally left me after going through the wash 50 times. I had to get some new ones. And the guy behind the counter was rang it up. He's like, hey, I think I follow you on YouTube. I agree with you on Alien Earth. He's a very nice young man. And I said, hey, appreciate the follow. And yeah, that show should have been better. Just put the headphones in the bag, please. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm better than you. I'm important. I'm on YouTube. And yeah, we left it there. It was very nice. And then a woman was over there as well, looking at her phone. And I said, can you step away from me about 5 feet? I can't be by common peasants. Unless you're an influencer, I don't want to be near you. And if you're stumbling on this channel or you don't understand sarcasm and self-deprecation, I'm being incredibly sarcastic. I've had people in the past that truly thought I was being serious when I say comments like these. Like, I used to follow Adam. I liked some of his reviews, but man, he was really mean and kind of like, felt like he was really important in some of the stuff he said. And he said he hated women one time, and I couldn't stand by him after that. That was the straw that broke the camel's cock. And that was obviously I was joking. Lid, new Halloween shirt! Exclamation marks. Whoop, whoop! We need the next video. Love your stuff. Thank you so much. The wife is lucky. Preaching to the choir. Did you get the shirt? I assume that's what that means. I hope so, because it's going away after Halloween, and then I'll have to come up with some Christmas shirt, I suppose. When you hit the target, it is automatically $4.99? What? Why is YouTube so stupid with some of their stuff? Let me try it. Let me try it. Hit the target. Continue. See, mine defaults to $4.99. You know what it is? It should default to what the minimum is supposed to be, but what it's doing, I'm pretty sure, is it is defaulting to what you put initially as the default price point. So if you put, $1.50 by default, that's what's going to show up when you hit the target. It's really stupid, but I'm pretty sure that that's how it works. I could have been making that up. Oh, I did make it up. Mobile is $4.99. What in the world? This is probably some Apple bullshit. Well, maybe it counts towards it then. Does it count towards the goal when they're doing it? I would make it $4.99 if I had that ability. You can't edit a goal once it's live, and they have they have baked in price points. And there's no, you can't just pick whatever you want, which is kind of dumb. Christian Movie Nerd for $5. Thank you, Christian. Do you think they will or should make a sequel to Weapons? I mean, after all, if the first one makes money, that's what Hollywood does, milk the cash cow. Well, they are. I'm pretty sure the director has already stated he's making a prequel. Whether he should, Well, if he has a story to tell, I suppose it's fine. I'm not like anti-sequels or prequels or sidequels or all that stuff. You just have to have a good story. And oftentimes it feels like, especially with the legacy stuff, they just kind of redo the first movie over again. And for the most part, I'm not even entirely that harsh on it if it's competently done and they bring something new to the table, but it's definitely pretty fucking lazy. And there's better stories that we could be telling for sure. As far as this director, I think, you know, he has a track record of at least being creative and doing different things. So I don't think he's gonna like get lazy with it. I think he's probably gonna do what he feels is necessary, and that's fine. And I don't even like all of his stuff. I hate Barbarian. I liked Weapons a lot, but I did not like Barbarian. I will not fault him though for doing something completely different. Did I miss any of these? I do not think so. I'm on mobile with Apple and YouTube Premium and I can't make it $5. That's so stupid. Why does mobile Apple default to $4.99 for YouTube Super Chats? On mobile Apple devices, YouTube Super Chat defaults to $4.99 because of the commission Apple takes on all in-app purchases. Apple generally takes a 30% cut of revenue from transactions made through its App Store, including digital goods and services like Super Chats. The higher price point allows YouTube to maintain the same net revenue on Super Chat donations purchased through iPhone. Jesus Christ. So it's like a workaround so YouTube doesn't have to pay Apple as much. And keep in mind, YouTube takes 30 to 40% of the Super Chats I get. So there's multiple companies taking little bits of money, or in YouTube's case, kind of big chunks of money. That's just crazy. Passed on to the consumer. Instead of absorbing the cost, YouTube passes Apple's 30% fee on to the user by adjusting the minimum price tiers. Jesus Christ. This is ridiculous. These companies suck. Absolutely disgusting. See, the creatives create, and then the guys that are like billionaires, they just steal and take from other people, like the creators. So we're just suckers at the end of the day, but whatever. It's just money. You know, it's everything that makes the world go round, sadly. Watso MD for $5 more. Thank you. Speaking of Alien AE, how are they Alien AE? Isn't it just Alien Earth? Is that like Titan AE? How are they going to contain all the leech creatures? I say nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Yeah, that's true. All those little leech guys got out. Oh, there's no water in here. That's disappointing. Kozmoli, I'm broke as fuck. You ain't getting $5 from me with a middle finger. This is a person from Rumble. That's probably going to shock some of you that know what Rumble is. People are weird, man. Wow. I didn't say you had to give me money. It's an optional thing. Oh, he was joking, I think. I think he was just joking. It's hard to know sometimes. But seriously, what do you think of Troll Hunters on Netflix? I have not seen Troll Hunters on Netflix. Parasite victim serpent class always got to get theirs off the top. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I guess so. Batman Bruce Wayne. I haven't donated yet. Am I a peasant to you? You're Bruce Wayne, bro. You don't have some money to spare for us common peasants? You're a billionaire. Snap your fingers. Wife, I need water. Yeah, if only. If only it worked that way here. Actually, I am going to get some water. I am pretty parched. Well, how much time do we have left on this? Super chat's coming in. Roll them in. Roll them in, and I'm going to get some water, and I'll just keep answering regular chats when I return. So I filled up my water, and my wife came running down the stairs, and she had gotten me a water as well. Not all hope is lost here, but now I just have this extra water, like standing here with my dick in my hand. I don't know what to do with this water. It's actually more of a burden at this point. But it's the thought that counts, I suppose. Oh my God, he's out of. I had to. Okay. Watso MD for $5. Would he be willing to review Krull just to snipe it from Heck the Movies? It has been asked for a lot. What is Krull? Krull movie? I know the Skrull. What in the world? Liam Neeson? What is this? This looks awful. You know what? I'll sweeten the pot. How about that? If we get the super chat milestone tonight, I'll review Krull as it won't be featured on YouTube, but I'll put it as a free video on patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. You don't even have to be a member. It'll just be a public free video. If I put it on my main YouTube channel, it won't get shit for views, and it actually hurts me in the algorithm. I learned this the hard way when I used to take movie requests. I can maybe make it as a unlisted YouTube video as well. I have to look into it, but no, it'll be, if we hit the goal tonight of 50 super chats at $5 or higher, we are at 33 super chats total. Not all of them are $4.99 or $5, so we'll have to just kind of go through it. I imagine we're at about probably halfway there. Lid for $5. Thank you, Lid. Oh man, I really want this video. I bought a regular shirt yesterday, getting the Halloween one after the live. Nice. Appreciate that. Thank you. Jack Mackerel for $5. He's back, baby. Speaking of Batman, 2 Batmans in the Gunverse? Wish he would have announced Reeve Batman joining in Superman 2, but instead 2 Batmans? This is insane. I don't. What? You really? I'll keep this up. I find that really bizarre that people want Robert Pattinson's Batman with James Gunn's Superman shenanigans. They're so tonally different. They don't mesh well. It's like playing the newer Smash Brothers and having Snake in the game with, Solid Snake in the game with Mario and Peach. Some of these characters just do not fit in graphically, personality-wise. It's just a miss. And I think that's where the Batman would be if he was in James Gunn's cinematic universe. We need to have 2 different Batmans for sure. It just makes sense. And that's okay. That was happening under the Snyderverse too. Joker existed when the Snyderverse was still going. We had multiple Jokers happening. I see no issue with it. I would prefer if Matt Reeves' stuff stayed separate and you just keep building in both universes. That's fine. Audiences, although dumb, are smart enough, I think, to understand that they're two different things. And believe it or not, a lot of audience, like regular moviegoers, don't give a fuck. There's still plenty of people that think Batman is part of the, or is like in the Avengers universe. He's a Marvel character at DC. They don't know the difference between Marvel and DC. They're just superheroes to them. So having different ones, not an issue. It's only an issue for nerds like us who want this stuff to be just like really uniform and proper. But at the end of the day, I just want good movies and good stories. So the Batman 2 coming out, I'm all for. I'm excited to see where he goes next, especially without having the 7 script to rip off. He'll have to do his own thing this time. And James Gunn can do his like goofy ass Batman with the, you know, the yellow underwear and the gray suit or whatever he's going to end up doing. And I'll be happy with both probably. Well, maybe not so much the Gunn Batman. We'll see what he does. Luke McLam for $5. Thanks, Luke. These glasses look crooked. Probably just my nose. My nose is crooked. I'm just not looking at the camera right on. The camera's probably a little crooked. That did nothing. Saw Jaws in IMAX for the 50th anniversary. Best theater experience in a while. Next big 50ths will be Empire, Raiders, then Adam. Yes, of course. We got to have the Adam movie come out. I had a comment earlier today, as I do. Oh, Christian says, thank you, Adam. I swear I thought I was the only person who realized the Batman was a beat-for-beat remake of 7. It was so clearly. He even said he took inspiration from 7, and then I watched the movie and I said, no, you didn't just take inspiration. You took the movie. The rainy city in Gotham, the drab color palette, the out of focus, soft focus, like cinema that he did. The music is very like the Trent Reznor-esque style he brought to the music. Plus, you have, of course, was it Alice in Chains? No, Kurt Cobain doing the theme song basically, and then the story itself is plays out exactly the same. You have a killer who thinks he's doing the just thing, showcasing the atrocities in the world. He kidnaps people. He murders them in a ritualistic manner. He leaves clues, just enough breadcrumbs for the police and the detectives to follow along this cat and mouse maze that he's crafted. And then when you get to the pivotal crescendo of the film, he just gives himself up because he's enacting the final curtain call, the final reveal for his master plan. It's the same fucking movie, and I don't hate it. I actually quite enjoy the Batman. I just rewatched it not that long ago, but to say that it's not it's disingenuous, and it's borderline disgusting. Nirvana, thank you. I was having a complete brain fart. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, Smash is just it really bums me out when there's one specific person who's like knocking out the super chats all night, because clearly they have some small inkling of respect for me, and it kills me when I have to constantly let a person down. Smash, it's a little known secret that I have not seen Big Trouble in Little China, the Kurt Russell film that supposedly Dwayne The Rock Johnson was going to be making a new version of. I have not seen it. It's disgusting. I know. I feel shame. I have to eventually watch this thing. It's one of my scarlet letters. I have many, but it's one of the big ones. Up until, I think 2 years ago, I had not seen Point Break. The Swayze vehicle. It was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was going to be really cheesy and schlocky and campy, and I found it to be a great movie. I really dug it. There's some cheese, but it was awesome. It was really good. Keanu Reeves, knocking it out of the park. And it took me up until 2 years ago to watch that one because I was shamed so much for not seeing it sooner. And that's a fair criticism for people to have, especially when action is kind of my avenue I love in film. To not have seen Point Break and of course Big Trouble in Little China is very, very disturbing. This is a safe space. Yep, shame is being told. Guys, this is not a secret. I've admitted it many times over. So you think the hype for K-pop Demon Hunters is well deserved? I think, yeah, because it's a younger demo. Some of the stuff I loved is absolute, I don't want to say shit, but it was kind of corny. I mean, Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. When I was a kid, that was my shit. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go, go, go. And that movie's pretty damn bad. K-pop Demon Hunters is a legitimately solid movie. I don't think it's amazing by any means. I think it has a kind of a weaker third act. It's a little too melodramatic, but it's a fun ass time. And I'm happy it's doing well because it is an original story. The animation's gorgeous. This is a beautiful looking film. The songs are freaking fire. And it's getting kids out to watch movies in the theater. So it's an all around win. I think it's well deserved. I really do. I'm very happy that it's doing well. I hope they make more of them. And I'm happy that newer generations are still getting movies like that, where it can be something they grew up with and they sang along with and they had a good time. No shame. No shame at all. Oh God. Adam just found out the Wizard of Oz exists. Yes, of course. Never seen that one either. Yeah, I've seen the Wizard of Oz. And you know what? I'm one of the, I think, rare people my age that thinks it's really kick-ass what they're doing at the Dome with the AI version of the Wizard of Oz, where they're building out the original movie and enhancing it and adding like physical elements and digital elements that fall into the crowd. If you've seen some of the footage of that, it's pretty freaking awesome. I know it's popular to like hate on what they're doing, but I think it's sweet. I think it's a really cool way of bringing the old-timey movies into a modern generation without losing what made it so special to begin with. It's just enhancing it. And you might not like the enhancements, but you also don't need to watch it. It's just something that I think really adds another element, another dimension to a really amazing movie that came out a long-ass time ago. Granted, I haven't seen it, this new version. It very well could be an abomination and terrible, but from like the clips I saw, it was pretty cool what they were doing. Vargonaut for $1.99 really needs the snoring. Still waiting for Adam's snoring for real on stream. It's not going to happen today on stream unless I somehow pass out, in which case I wouldn't snore anyways because I don't. Just saying, where we got to be in some weird hypothetical we're going to find out today. Guys, do not fall for misinformation in the chat. I freaking love The Lion King. It's a top tier animated film. Scar is one of the greatest villains. He might be my favorite animated villain. He's fantastic. Jeremy Irons knocks it out of the park. Cat Dog, hey Adam, do horror movies scare you to the point where it affects you after, like you become jumpy at night or check behind doors, can't get certain scary scenes out of your head? No, I don't have a problem with scary movies. In fact, it's very rare when I actually get scared in a film. Although I will tell you, there was a scene in the new Conjuring that, while it wasn't super scary, the atmosphere behind it was really well done. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to give any spoilers out, but it was just it was a great little moment in the film. There's some really good moments in that movie where they get the tension right and they build up the atmosphere in a really good way. So something to look forward to. Conjuring was not too bad of a movie. The Departed plays in my theater in 2 weeks. Oh, such a good film. Freaking love that movie. What did you think of Wednesday? I saw your Netflix ad. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I did an ad for the Wednesday podcast, which I haven't listened to, but Netflix came to me, just a truckload of cash and poured it at my feet and said, "Please, sir, shout out the Wednesday podcast." And I said, "Of course, I'll do it." And I picked up the money and smelt it. It was like, good. It's all there. No, that was weird. That was a very rush ad thing. And Sean Chandler did the same one because we have the same agent. And this is the first gig he's actually brought to me. And it was from Netflix. It was a very quick turnaround. I have not received any money from it yet. I don't even actually know how I get paid from it. It's not very much. He told me that much. It's not very much money. But it was a quick turnaround. And it was more so to do it to get the foot in the door with Netflix to potentially do more ads down the road for them. I would like to get paid for it at some point. That would be nice. I might have to reach out and be like, "Hey, do I get some money for this shit? Where's that at?" The kind of embarrassing thing is it was supposed to go on a video or spread across videos totally in a total of 20,000 views. And when I was looking at my upcoming slate of videos, I said, "Oh, well, I'm going to do something on Naja 2. It's coming to America. It's going to be in theaters. This is perfect." My last Naja video did huge numbers for me. I'll just do a top 3 reasons to go see it because it's a fantastic film, and that'll easily get over 20,000 views. It got like 2,000 views. It did terrible numbers. So then I had to email and go, "I'm going to spread this ad out over, like 3 videos, not just the one. We're going to do 3 videos." And thankfully I got over the threshold then, but that was pretty embarrassing. But as you could see from the St. Elmo's Fire video, I really have no self-respect anymore, so that's okay. Fargo Not for $4.99. Thank you again. I mean, next time you stream, please show us the video of you snoring whenever you get it. I'm genuinely holding you to this. Please keep your promise. I'm starting to think that Fargo Not listening to me snoring is the only way he can achieve climax. And I'm good with that. I will get you that audio if it exists. My wife says she's going to record me snoring. That's up to her. That's not on me. I don't snore, so I don't know what you want me to say. I could fake it. I could do a deep fake snore, but it's not going to happen. She says it. We'll see. Jack Mackerel for $10, shot out of a cannon. Is the future of theaters just re-releasing classics? Jaws was amazing. Look forward to Back to the Future 40th on October 31st and Big Trouble Little China 40th next year. Holy shit, guys. If Big Trouble in Little China is coming out next year in Little Chinatown, I should see that on the big screen because it's going to be the first time for me. Kind of like the gentleman who saw Jaws for the first time in the theaters and it felt like the 70s for him. I want to do that for Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Is that what it's called? Big Trouble in Little Chinatown? Big Trouble in Little... It's just Little China. Why did I add town? I just added town to it. Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Oh my God. Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Watso for $2. Was MacGyver your jam back in the day? Oh yeah, I've seen it. Oh, that's the wig. The MacGyver wig. And there's a bomb on a door and it's rigged to go off in 10 seconds and all he has a paper clip and a rubber band. And the timer's like skit-deet, 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 dun 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 dun. He wraps the rubber band around the paper clip. Dun 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 dun. And then he drops the paper clip and then just pulls the bomb off the door, throws it out the window. Blows up an orphanage with a pet store next to it, and everybody dies, but he gets out. MacGyver! I've only seen a few episodes of MacGyver. That was a little bit before my time. Yeah, MacGruber. That was a fun skit on SNL. They made a movie too. I didn't see it. This guy. What is this shtick? Fargo not for $4.99. Thank you. What would Adam snoring even sound like? Could you try faking it now for giggles? Regarding your snoring in real life, I hope your wife lets us see the tape. This is getting weird. This isn't the same guy that he's not under a different alias that's been having marital affairs, marital troubles because his wife is like going out with his boss or his best friend or something. He recently said they did get a divorce. So I think that saga's over, which makes me think that this is the same guy under a different alias. Snorophile. Oh God. I ask this every time, but have you ever seen Cube? I have. I saw him just recently. Cube, of course, short for Ice Cube, as everybody knows. I saw him recently in the masterpiece, the masterwork, War of the Worlds 2025, where he looked at a computer the whole time and he was like, "Oh, hell no! You stay away from my kid!" And he's just smashing the keyboard as aliens are trying to invade the planet and he can't get off of his fat ass to go help. He just sits there berating his family to eat right because he's monitoring them via their fridge camera and whatnot. Oh my God, Cube is just so good in that movie. If you ask it every time, Sophia, do I answer it every time with a no? Or do I ignore you? Because right now I'm answering it with a no. No! Cube movie. I don't recognize anything about this film. Yeah, I don't know what the hell this is. I've never seen it, never heard of it. I like how people are I know it was a joke. I was joke. Do I need to grab a rubber chicken when I'm making a joke? Am I that dry that people cannot understand when I'm making a funny? Nobody calls Ice Cube Cube for short. I'm operating on a higher plane of existence right now, I feel like. Cube got ripped off in Resident Evil and basically Escape Room. I saw the first Escape Room. That was a kind of a fun little time. Watched it with the family. I thought it was going to be terrible. It wasn't too bad. I did not see the sequel where they like the Game of Champions or whatever when they brought back the original people that survived. I don't know if it's any good or not, but it looked okay. What are we at? What do we got left on this milestone? I haven't looked in a long time. I put a 2-hour limit on it because YouTube doesn't let me do a freaking hour and a half, which is what I wanted to do. Let me take a look. It says we're at 27 out of 50, but there's a lot of $4.99 super chats. Bubba says we're at 41. So we have if I do the math, 41 carry the 9 minus the 7 plus 4. We have 9 more to go. Burning up. Fargo not for $9.99 now. No, That's not me. Never married. Just snore soon. And sorry I sound weird. I'm just excited. You snoring could be really funny because you deny it. I'll stop for now. I'll ask you about it next time. No, I don't think anybody. I don't need you to stop. In fact, I encourage you to keep super chatting your curiosity about me snoring. Preferably with more $9.99 super chats. Oh my god. No, Bubba, we don't count that as two. No. That's just one super chat. It's not my fault he gave $10. That's on him. Someone gives me $20. If someone gives me $200, we don't shut the target off instantly. That I just can't. He's arguing. We're now having a civil dispute, a civil war, really. Josh Feist for $4.99 for $5. We count that as $5. But if Josh Feist gave $9.99, we count it as 10. But it's still just one super chat, which does, come under the purview of the $5 threshold, the minimum. But that does not mean it counts as two. I think that's a bit unreasonable. Josh Feist says, if you would reboot The Last Starfighter from 1984, which director would you pick? Ooh. Someone with a good sci-fi background. Man, I can't think of anyone that's doing like that type of sci-fi right now where it's God, who could do that? You know who could do it? I think that would be kind of cool is Brad Bird, I think would be awesome, but he doesn't really do live action movies. He only directed Tomorrowland and that bombed. So I think it scared him off from doing any other live actions, but he also did, the Incredibles films. I believe he did Ratatouille. He's done several Pixar films, maybe WALL-E. I might be making that one up. Don't look that up. That's probably wrong. But I think Brad Bird would be awesome at a Last Starfighter film. Or we could go with the Scott Pilgrim director. I'm blanking on his name. Is it Edgar Wright? I think it's Edgar Wright. He's got The Running Man coming out. I think he would kick ass at a sci-fi movie like The Last Starfighter. This was so bad, I have to read it. Target? More like Fartget. What? That's good. I like that. I like it a lot. You know what? Shout out to the person in the comments on my new Alien Earth video that recognized my Seinfeld reference from Kenny Roaster's Chicken episode. I said a line from there that they say twice in the episode, where Jerry is at the Kenny Roasters and he has George Costanza's ridiculous hat, that fur monstrosity, and he's like whacking it on the side of his pants because it's raining, and the fur is flying everywhere in this chicken shop. And Jerry looks up at his buddy who's working there and he goes, "That's not going to be good for business." And his buddy looks around and goes, "That's not going to be good for anybody." Anyway, I said that in the episode and someone recognized it instantly within the first, couple hours. Hey, I love the Seinfeld reference from the Kenny Roaster's Chicken. I love being in good company. Smash for $4.99 for the fucking goal. Oh no, for fucking up the goal. Do you like Wes Anderson films? He's hit and miss with me. I appreciate the quirkiness. Oh god, I get him and what is the Thompson Anderson guy? Paul Thomas Anderson, is that his name? Yeah, Wes Anderson is like that stupid asteroid movie, Asteroid City, and Paul Thomas Anderson has the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie coming out that looks okay, but I heard it's like 3 hours long. That doesn't that doesn't do much for me. I feel like Wes Anderson has become too meme-ish. He's become too Wes Anderson for his own good. I liked his older stuff better, like the Royal Tenenbaums. That one's still probably my favorite from him because it's the most, simplistic in its quirkiness. It's subtler in its quirkiness. And Bill Murray spiking a basketball with a cigarette in his mouth is still one of the funniest things ever. I don't know why. There's something ridiculous about it that's just, it's just funny to me. The Life Aquatic had moments, but overall I didn't care for that one. The Royal Tenenbaums was all right. Yeah, he's a little much for me. Asteroid City had potential, but it got so up its own ass. And then that bizarre ending, everything with fuck is that guy? Who's the big nose actor? The pianist dude from King Kong, the Peter Jackson King Kong. Adrian Brody. I got it on my own. I just had to work it out. Adrian Brody, all that stuff was awful. So he's not my thing. I respect his craft, and I like that he has his own style, his signature, and he obviously has a huge adoring fan base. It's just not my wheelhouse so much. Jack Mackerel, $10. Thank you. Haha, yes, I am that gentleman from 1 hour ago that saw the new Jaws for the first time like it was 1975. I really do think you should tell people you're waiting for the re-release of Big Trouble's 40th. I'm going to do that. I am going to do that now, and people can hold me to it. I know you will, Jack. You'll hold me to it. Next year when that releases, you'll say, Adam, get your ass to the theater. And I'll pony up my own cash outside of the Stubbs Pass to go see Big Trouble in Little China Town, as some people call it. I call it that. Other people call it that. Fargonaut for $1.99. Brad Bird did direct Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. You're right. Oh my God, you're right. How did I forget that? It's my favorite Mission Impossible movie. You are right. Holy shit. He's back to the snoring. For $1.99, chat, does Adam snoring sound like a pig tractor? And then one more for $1.99. Adam snoring loud in the theater would be funny. Here, Bubba, here's why your $10 super chat is bullshit. Because, and I gotta take a drink of water. I'm gonna scold my moderator and my brother and my friend right now. It's bullshit to count the $10 super chat as two different ones because Fargonaut just gave $3.99 super chats. If we round up, that's $2 each. If we add it together, that's $6, which is over a $5 super chat. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to count that as a super chat and some change that hits the target of $5. That's ridiculous. It's too much math. Christian for $5. Thank you, sir. Do you think TV shows are better when they release all episodes at once, or do you prefer week to week? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if I really have a preference. I enjoyed watching The Penguin week to week. That one was fun. And The Peacemaker has been pretty cool watching week to week. I have an episode to watch after this. My wife actually requested I get up there soon to watch with her, and she said, bring the wig. I think we might have a fun night ahead of us of me watching Peacemaker in the wig while she's sleeping next to me. Should be pretty hot. I'll make sure to record myself not snoring. I think it's also smarter from a marketing standpoint. Netflix learned this the hard way when they released all episodes of Stranger Things a few seasons ago, and people binged it all in a day, and then no one had anything to talk about. So it left the public sphere very quickly. By releasing it in chunks or by releasing it week to week, it stays in the conversation for multiple months. I mean, Game of Thrones was all anyone talked about when that show was popping off week to week. It was a huge event. And so a lot of studios are realizing in their infinite wisdom that it's a lot smarter to trickle them out. And I think it's healthier for us as an audience too, to maybe not have to just churn and burn through 5 or 6 or 10 episodes at a time. Maybe touch some grass or talk to our significant other. Does your wife find Randy Quaid in Kingpin attractive? No, I can't imagine she would. Oh, God. For $1.99, Fargonaut. He's going to record himself snoring for real. I know. It'd be crazy if Fargonaut was never on a stream again. He was here, he was present, he went all in on the snoring, and then he just vanished without a trace. Like he never existed to begin with. A ghost in the machine. I didn't like The Long Walk in the book, and I don't care to watch the movie. Oh, that sucks to hear, because I was looking forward to that movie. Speaking of shows, have you seen the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Yeah, I freaking love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I've fallen off the last couple seasons, although I did watch the episode where Dennis freaks the fuck out with the smart car stuff when he goes to the coffee shop and he has to use his phone app and he just freaks out about apps in general. And then he like gets stranded with his car and locks himself out. That one was really funny. He's my favorite character. It used to be Charlie and Mac were the double team, hilarious. But Dennis over the years has become so insane and unstrung. I can't help but love them. But that show has been fantastic. I love the Die Hard parody. I love the O'Boyle brothers. Some of the side characters are just the best. The pervy uncle, the pedo uncle is really funny. They managed to make the creepiest, most off-putting characters some of the like most lovable scamps you could imagine. Hey, Charlie. Who's the one that they always said? Who's the freaking disaster that was a priest in like season 1, and now he's a homeless dude that's jerking off dogs for cash? What is his name? He's a regular on the show. He's so funny, and I forgot his name. Oh, whatever. It's been a while since I've seen it, but that show's gold. How do I say this name? Abilash Panda. Abhilish Panda. That's not even close to being right. I apologize. I'm terrible at pronouncing anything that's more than a Joe or a John. Are you in some form inspired by Red Letter Media? No, but I do really like those guys. They're hilarious. I caught them years after I started my channel. I fell in love with them. Their skits and their whole act is really damn funny. They're incredibly talented guys. I haven't watched them in a long time. I know they came out with a new Star Wars video, but I haven't watched it yet. Plinkett was a fun character. It's good. I really liked it. Rich Evans is hilarious. Once in a while, I'll see their re-reviews or the ones where they're in the void, the black void. Those are kind of cool. Yeah, I really think they're great. I tried reaching out to them years ago, but I had we're talking, I had maybe 20 or 30,000 subscribers. They didn't bother responding as they didn't need to, but I always wanted to somehow collaborate with those guys. I think we would gel well together, but they don't know who I am, and that's reasonable. Oh my God. Almost dropped my freaking stupidly expensive glasses. Fargonaut says for $1.99, no way, I'll stick around because I need Adam snoring. He just has to have this. Cricket, yes, Cricket is the name. Well, it's the nickname. Rickety Cricket is what they called him. Yes. Does anybody remember his real name in the show? I could look it up, but I want someone to impressively know what his original name was in the show, because Cricket was his nickname. Best of the Worst is one of the best things on YouTube. I remember I have watched some of those where they're sitting on the couch watching some really awful movies and they do the whole spinning wheel and stuff. It's great. Do you watch reality TV shows? Survivor, Amazing Race, Traitors, MasterChef? The only ones I ever watched were the Lego Master Builders. I watched with my family. That was a ton of fun. We would watch that. It's hosted by Will Arnett. It's a bunch of master builders that create some amazing things. Although I feel like they burned out after 2 seasons. And by season 3, the master builders were just like semi-decent builders. They weren't near as impressive. I think COVID fucked the show up pretty well too. But and now they have a kids version, which I haven't watched yet, but I'd like to watch that. I still do the big breakfast on Sunday. The eggs, the bacon, the sausage, the gluten-free pancakes, some fruit. It's a whole production. It's fantastic. and it's more of a brunch, and we'll eat around 10:30, 11. And it was a ritual where we would watch Lego Master Builders on Hulu when it would release week to week. Or no, I think we would just watch one a week. They released all the episodes by the time we watched the first couple seasons. We have not watched the Lego Masters Junior. That's something that I want to start doing, though, now that some episodes are out. Another reality TV show, the only other one I really watched, but way back in the day, I used to watch Trading Spaces with Paige Davis? I'm talking way back. I was in high school. That show was my jam. I used to watch it with my mom, and we would gab like ladies about it afterwards. And she'd always try to do some of the ugly crap they did on there. It was pretty funny. It was pretty trendy at the time. Who was the guy? There was the heartthrob of the show too. He was the builder, the carpenter. Ty Pennington. Ty Pennington got the ladies wetter than mimosas in September. What else did I watch? Storage Wars. I watched a little bit. I like that guy Dave. Yep. He was such a douchebag. That show was fun. I've seen a lot of Pawn Stars clips, which is really fun. I'll watch them on YouTube with Connor. And Connor now and I use a lot of the lingo from Pawn Stars, especially now that Connor's gone to a couple Pokemon trade shows. He thinks he's pretty cool. And he'll say a lot of the lines from the show, like, Dad, I can't do it for that price. It'll be something ridiculous. Like, Connor, I need you to unload the dishwasher. And he'll go, I can't do it for that price. I got to frame it. I got to sell it in the shop. It's just, could you do half the dishwasher? You know, it doesn't even make sense in the context, and that's what makes it extra charming. The most recent reality TV show I watched for quite a few seasons with my wife was Below Deck. I thought that show was awesome. I watched Below Deck in its various forms because there's a bunch of spin-offs of it. That was a great show. I mean, it's still going. There's like a million of them. One more super chat from Fargo now for $1.99. Will Kiss of Spider-Woman get J-Lo her first Oscar? Is that a thing? Kiss of Spider-Woman. Wait, this is a movie coming out? Oh my God. She kind of looks like Gal Gadot in the poster. Oh, this is going to be terrible. It's going to theaters? I can't wait to watch this. My J-Lo videos always do well, numbers-wise. People really like when I talk about Jenny from the Block. Wow. She's got like crazy blonde hair in this photo. What is happening? Okay, well, we'll see. I mean, if Emilia Perez can be up for Oscars, I think anything can at this point. Did we hit the numbers? 27 out of 50, but I know there was a lot of 499s. Is Bubba still alive? Best I can do is the silverware. I'm just seeing that. That's good. Best I can do is the silverware. Bubba, what's the count at? Adam's review of Alien Earth are so funny. We seem to always have the same exact opinions. I appreciate that. Those are the only videos that I script, by the way. I actually take copious notes. Bubba says, no, we didn't. Did we go over? Did we lose? How much time is left on the clock? We got to be close to the end. Or did we lose? Is it over? It says start another goal. Oh, timer ended. Oh, no. What did we end up getting to? If you counted the $10, it's at 46. I wish I could have saw the super chat stuff on my side. I can't see it unless I go into the YouTube app. You are way over time. Okay, well, that's too bad. We got so close. 46. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock right now. If we can get 5 minutes. If we get 4 more super chats that total up to $20, because it's $20. It's a cup of coffee at this point. If we get $20 in the next, no, I'm going to say 3 minutes, then I'll count it as a win. So just one brave person has to do $20, or you can get a couple more, you know, are you snoring sort of a thing. What do we get as a runner-up gift? Nothing. You get nothing. Dang, I'm on YouTube because it's free. Well, you don't have to give anything, Sophia. It's you're still here free. It's fine. I'm on YouTube because I need to make money. And I love talking movies, so it's kind of like a win-win. It's a second job, but it's also a job I like doing. But, you know, you still got to get paid for it. I'm no spring chicken anymore. If I was like 18 or 19 doing YouTube, I probably wouldn't care as much. But time is money, as they say. I'm new here. What's the snoring thing? Ariana, it's really not worth the explanation. It's really not. You can always go back on the live stream later and see the magic. Also, you're going to want to go back later to see my rendition of St. Elmo's Fire in its entirety. I should also remind you guys, since we're winding down, that you can find the St. Elmo's Fire, St. Adam's Fire, really, in its entirety on patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. Whole video's up there. It's already there. And you don't have to be a member on Patreon. You can watch it for free. You can just hop over there. I linked it on my community, my posts tab. It's the first one at the top, I believe. So you just click on that to get there easily. You may think while you're there, though, wow, he's got a lot of content, including 300 exclusive videos. Maybe I should sign up for even $1 and I can get access to all those. Oh, no, Bubba, you did not need to be that. Bubba did not need to do that. I shouldn't have the moderator / brother doing the 1999 super chat, especially when he's a penny short, so I can't count it at all. No, joking. Well, guys, it looks like Bubba did it. He's the MVP, and he's my brother, so I'll see him eventually, and I'll just take you out for dinner. How's that sound? I'll give you that money right back, sir. I owe you a dinner anyways at this point for all the hard work. Shout out to Bubba, moderating like a pro every single week. He gets nothing out of it. It's a thankless job, but he chooses to do it, and I love him for it. And then Fargo not $1.99. There better be a real Adam snoring video next time. He solidified it. Someone says 2 dinners. I don't know, John. Have you seen the costs of things these days? Inflation is out of control. 1 dinner is going to go well over $20 a plate. We're talking like a fancy meal, like an Arby's. Okay, we're talking they have all the meats. Okay, that's take him out for some shrimp gumbo. We do have a Bubba Gum shrimp here in Minnesota. We have it at the Mall of America. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. I put a dumb amount of work into it. Unfortunately, I didn't have a vocal coach, so I couldn't do anything about the audio unless I auto-tuned it, which that was just more work I wasn't going to put in at that point. Thank you guys very much. Have a great night. Look forward to my Conjuring review. It'll be up tomorrow at some time when I get off my lazy ass and film and edit it. And then after that, it's anybody's guess. I have no idea what's coming down the pipeline. I will have Monday news again after the weekend, but I'll probably put something out on Saturday, possibly Sunday as well. But Monday news is a thing that I'm doing now. Not going to have a green screen, though. It's just going to be this. All right, have a great night. Later. I don't know why I ended with later. That's weird. Bye.